Hello, everybody out there in math land. You have made it. Congratulations. This is the end of your book. This is the cumulative practice. Cumulative means that it involves every chapter that you did so far. Now, the reason why I want to go through this is simple. I need to know how much you learned this year with me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through all these problems. There's 15 of them. I'm going to explain each one, and I hope you follow along with me on page 717. The homework for the next couple of days is actually going to be a post review that this book has online. So on the same spot where you found your homework, there's going to be a new homework assigned, and it says end of the year review. It's pretty long. I believe it's 26 problems long. Therefore, because it is so long, I am going to allow you to have that homework assigned to you for the rest of the week, just like I do with everything else. But what I more mean is that you will have no new homework added on Friday. That means this is technically the homework assigned for Thursday and Friday. You can decide to do half the problems on Thursday, half the problems on Friday. You can save time and do it all in one day. That is up to you. You can take your time. But what I do want you to do, though, is definitely watch the entire video of this first, because I'm going to be reviewing a lot of things here that you're going to use in that end of the year review in order to answer it carefully. I'm also going to use that end of the year review to build my next 2 weeks of curriculum. What do I mean by that? Let's say that everybody got maybe a perimeter answer wrong, like most of my students struggled in that question. That may mean to me, well, Ms. Rivera, you need to go back and review perimeter. So I will be building my curriculum of review for the next 2 weeks based on the results of this exam. Now, that doesn't mean, oh, then I just want her to reteach everything, so I'm just going to answer whatever I want. No, you still have to work to the best of your ability. That way, I don't spend time really going over a skill that most of you already are very solid on. I focus my time on those skills that need more practice. So, without further ado, let's get going. Like I said, this is page 717. It's only 15 questions. I'm going to walk you through them, and then you'll have that work assigned for the next couple of weeks, for the next couple of days, I'm sorry. Here we go. A mango has a mass that is 369 grams greater than the apple. What is the mass of the mango? So that means that if the apple is 102 and the mango is 369 more than it, then that means I have to add them all together. 9 plus 2 is 11, I carry 1. 1 and 6 is 7, plus 0 is 7. 3 plus 1 is 4. 471 grams. That is how much the mango is. Which term describes two of the shapes shown, but not all of these shapes? So this is a trapezoid, the ugly black sheep cousin. This right here, this is a rhombus, and this is a square. So which term describes two of those shapes, but not all three? We immediately know this guy is like the ugly step cousin, so we're just going to look at these two. These two can be considered parallelograms. You shouldn't choose square because this is not a square, it doesn't have 4 right angles. But parallelogram actually fits both of those. That's why the answer is parallelogram. Number 3, a rectangular note card has an area of 35. Rectangular note card. I want to draw it out. Drawing has been proven to help. A rectangular note card has an area of 35 square inches. The length of one of its sides is 7. What is the perimeter of the note card? So this is a fantastic question. You are going to see questions like this during the FSA when you take it at some point. I know you're not taking it this year, but you would eventually are going to take an FSA. And this is a very popular thing to do. You have a question that is actually requiring you to know 3 or 4 different skills in order to solve it. What I mean by that is that you need to know multiplication, you need to know addition, you need to know perimeter, and you need to know area in order to solve only one question. And geometry, so you know what a rectangle looks like and how it's built. So if one length of its sides is 7, that means that automatically the other side must also be 7. What I do not know are these two sides. However, I do know that area is found by multiplying length times width. If the length is 7, then what is the width? 7 times what equals 35? 5. Now here's the trick. They put 5 as the answer. And why do they do that? To trick you, because they're going to see which students are going to stop after that step and say, well, I'm done. But no, that is not the question. The question is, what is the perimeter of the note card? Perimeter means, please add up all the sides. 7 plus 5 plus 7 plus 5. 7 and 5 is 12. 7 and 5 is 12. So 12 and 12 make 24. So the actual perimeter is 24. Pay really close attention. They're really testing to see which students have the stamina to take their time, okay? So you want to make sure that you are looking at what the question is actually asking you so that you don't stop before you're done. Okay, how many minutes are equivalent to 4 hours? So if you have 4 hours, how many minutes is 1 hour? 60 minutes in an hour. So if you had 4 of those, how many minutes would you have? 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6, the same as saying 6 times 4. That's 24. So you would have 240 minutes. Another way you could have done that would be 60 minutes times 4 because it's 4 hours. And so you would have gone 0 here, 24. Okay, you're going to see even more of that when I, hopefully as me teaching you in 4th grade. Okay, here we go. A balloon artist has 108 balloons. He has 72 white balloons and an equal number of red, blue, green, and purple balloons. How many purple balloons does he have? Multi-step question, and you're going to be fine. First, he has 108, and 72 of those are white. So let's take the white balloons out. 8 minus 2, that's 6, and then 10 minus 7, that's 3. 36. Now we see that there's 1, 2, 3, 4 balloon colors left, and they all have an equal number. So I have to do 36 divided by 4, and I get 9. That means each one of these colors has 9 balloons. So how many purple balloons does he have? He has 9. Technically, they could have asked you for any color, and the answer would have been 9, except for white. Of course, it had 72. Which statements about the figures are true? So here's a square. A square has all sides equal, so if one side is 6, all of them are 6. This is a rectangle, which means if the bottom is 9, the top is 9. And if the right is 4, the left is 4. So which statements about the figures are true? The shapes have different perimeters. Let's see. 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6, that gives me 24 for the perimeter. Over here, 9 plus 4 is 13. 9 and 4 is 13. 13 and 13 is 26. The shapes have different perimeters. Definitely they do. This one's 24, this one's 26. The shapes have the same perimeters. No, we just said they're different. And then the shapes have the same areas or different areas. Well, area is one side, length times width. So 6 times 6, that's 36 for the area. 4 times 9, 36 for the area. The areas are the same. So the shapes have the same areas. Fantastic. Pictographs. I love pictographs so much. The graph shows how many students ordered each lunch option. A happy face. First thing that you should always do when you have a pictograph or a pictograph, whichever name they want to use for this, is look at the key. This is called a key. To see what each happy face actually represents. Because if you forget this, you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 3.5. Each of this does for 6. So that's like saying there's 6 here, there's 6 here, there's 6 here. And if you have half a face, half of 6 is 3. 6 here, half of a face, 3. 6 here, 6 here. And 6, 6, and 6 here. So 6 plus 6 plus 6, 18. 6 plus 6, 12. 6 plus 3, 9. 6 plus 6 plus 3, so this is 18. 18 and 3 is 21. Okay, so now, how many students ordered lunch? So these were the lunch orders. That means that how many students ordered lunch? I need to add all these numbers up. 12 plus 18, that's 30. 21 plus 9, that's 30. So 30 and 30, that makes 60 students ordered lunch. 60 students. And then choose a lesser value for the key. How will the graph change? I'm not gonna make you write that out. I'll just explain it. So let's say that I make each happy face be only 3. If each happy face is only 3, then that means that I'm gonna end up with more happy faces, because if it was only 3 to represent 18, I would need 6 faces in order to represent that. So if you choose a lesser value, you're gonna need more pictures to represent it. Find the sum. All we're doing is adding. Sum means add. So 4 plus 7 is 11. 11 and 6 is 17. 17 and 8 is 25. Carry 2. 2 and 5 is 7. 7 and 9 is 16. 16 and 5 is 21. 21 and 2 is 23. Bam. 2 and 3 is 5. 5 and 2 is 7. 7 and 1 is 8. 8 and 1 is 9. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you cannot add 4 numbers like that on the top of your head, do not worry. All you would have to do is take the first 2 numbers and put them here. And the next 2 numbers and put them here. Solve them individually and add your totals. 4 plus 7 is 11, carry 1. 1 and 5 is 6. 6 and 9 is 15, carry 1. 1 and 3 is 4. 4 and 2 is 6. Now we do this side. 6 and 8 is 14, carry 1. 1 and 5 is 6. 6 and 2 is 8. 1 and 1 is 2. So now I got to add up these 2 numbers. 651, 284. Let's see. 1 and 4 is 5. 5 and 8 is 13, carry 1. 1 and 6 is 7. 7 and 2 is 9. You see, they both get you to the correct answer. No shame in that game. Okay, last page, last page. We have this one in the back, but we're almost done. What is the perimeter of the figure? Perimeter is around the outside. So I'm going to count like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. 26 units. Please count these things more than once so that you don't do them incorrectly, okay? Which bar graph correctly shows the data? So this is the frequency table. That's what this is called. Oh my. Frequency table. There we go. So which bar graph correctly shows the data? So we're going to start by looking at the nights. Let's see which bar graph has the nights stop at 6. This is 3. That's not it. Let's see, 6. Ooh, this is a contender. Over here, it's between 4 and 6. That would mean the nights would be 5. Nope, that's not it. And over here, ooh, contender, because it also stopped at 6. So let's look at the warriors now. The warriors should be at 4. These 2 were the ones still available. Ooh, warriors are stopping at 4 here, so that's still a contender. And they're stopping over here at 4 too. Both of the options are still there. Spartans need to stop at 3. Spartans here are between 2 and 4. Yep, that's 3. Spartans here between 2 and 4. That's also 3. And then the wolves are at 5. Okay, so then 5, 5. But Ms. Rivera, both of these answers are correct. How do we do this? Look at how you do this. It has to do with where they placed the titles. So these are not teams. These are 0 to 4, 6, 8. Okay, number of wins. So they actually flipped the order on these 2. These are the teams. These are the numbers of wins. So the answer is B. So please don't tell me, well, 2 answers are correct, Mr. Rivera. No, because they flipped here. You see how this says team number of wins? It's supposed to be teams on the left, number of wins on the bottom. All right, which polygons have at least one pair of parallel sides? Which of these? Well, as you know, the this guy right here, if you extend all his lines, they will eventually all cross. He has no parallel sides. This guy, even though these will eventually cross, these will never cross. So that's at least one pair of parallel sides. He qualifies. These ones are made of 2 pairs of parallel sides. So this definitely qualifies. And so does the square because it also has 2 pairs of parallel sides. Ta-da! Okay, last page, last page, last page. Okay. The perimeter of the polygon, which is this guy right here, is 50 yards. What is the missing side length? We're only missing that side. So that means we need to add 15 plus 7 plus 13 plus 6 plus the last blank, and we should get 50. We need to add what we know now and then subtract it from the 50 to get the missing number. 15 and 7 is 22. 22 and 13 is 35. 35 and 6 is 41. 50 minus 41 is 9. Once again, if you need to add these a little bit at a time in order to subtract it, that's fine. I just want to get through this video so it's not too long. Which line plot correctly shows the data? All right, here's our frequency table. Miami high temperatures, degrees Fahrenheit. So this is a line plot, you know, with the X's. So we're gonna start with the least amount. The least amount is 89. I have one here, one here. So on this one right here, look at this. These are not even the right temperatures. That cannot be the answer, okay? So we're looking for one that has two X's on top of the 89. That's only one X. Nope. That's only one X. Nope. This one has two X's on top of the 89. Bam. Look no further than A. All right, 2 problems. Your friend is asked to draw a quadrilateral with 4 right angles. She says it can only be a square. Is she correct? Sadly, no. It can also be a rectangle because a rectangle also has 4 right angles. If we're talking about squares, squares is the only one that has 4 right angles and it has 4 equal sides. Just keep that in mind. Which numbers round to 480 when rounded to the nearest 10? Nearest 10, I'm gonna underline the tens digit for all of them. I'm gonna throw my arrow to my neighbor. For this stuff, please remember, 0 to 4 stays the same, 5 through 9 goes up. I have my students usually repeat that. So 4 is in the first category of staying the same, which means the 8 stays the same. This is 480. So yes, for that one. 2 is from the 0 to 4 category, which means 7 stays the same. So it would be 470. That cannot be one of my answers because it has to be 480. 5 is from the second category, which means 5 would tell the 7 to go up to 48 with a 0 at the end. So yes for that guy. Over here, 8 is in that same 5 through 9 category, which means the 8 makes the 7 go up to 48. So yes on that one. For 5, it would make the 8 go up because it's in this category. So that would actually be 490. That does not work. Same for this one. 9 would tell 8 to go up to 490. Also does not work. So the 3 that work are these 3. Now I want you to, like I just said, you watched the entire video. Congratulations. Now you have Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday to do that same homework, which is the post-review, end of the year review that I have assigned for you in the math book. It's found in the exact same spot where all your assignments have been in the math book online in the Big Ideas book. Take your time. It is 26 questions. I don't want to see somebody only taking 15 minutes to answer 26 questions. That means that you were rushing through. So I want you to take your time. There's no hurry at all. Remember, I'm going to use that data in order to build my curriculum for the next 2 weeks because that's it. After this week, we only have 2 weeks left. Isn't that crazy? So I want to make sure that I help you review what you learned with me this grade level so you can be ready for next year. And hopefully I get to see your lovely faces again. So take your time. Have an adult check your answers. I love you so much, and I will talk to you next time.